Welcome everyone, or should I say welcome back to the Journeyman Project. This is the Journeyman Project 2. Buried in Time. Sounds spooky. We're doing time traveling again, I guess. We already prevented a crisis in the previous game and saved the world. I guess we have more to do this time? Oh, hello there, Catsmith. Welcome to the stream. Just in time to see the intro video. Let's take a look.
Earth has been officially admitted into the symbiotry of peaceful beings.
Gratitude that I honor you, Gage Blackwood, with the Paragon Medal for valorous service.
Press conference this morning, the government admitted the existence of the Temporal Security Agency, an organization.
Can be attributed to Agent 5, Gage Blackwood, who single-handedly defeated Sinclair's name.
Yeah, Gage Blackwood is our name. Hello there, Nick. Hello there, gamer. And this is the end of the first game, where we see this "No time to explain." The stupid suit.
Quick, there's not much time to explain. They'll be here any second. Yes, I am you. I've come from the future. We've been framed. Now, whatever you try to do not interfere with what's about to happen. The suit I'm going to transfer over to you will keep you close, so just stand still and watch. When it's all over, you'll be pulled 10 years forward in the future to my present. From there out, it's all up to you. Oh, and I've hidden more information inside of you. You'll figure out what I mean. Here comes the jumpsuit.
I love how it's literally, there's no time to explain. Hello there, Aurora. Welcome to the stream.
Come on, Gage. Let's go.
Oh no, my future self! So does this lead to a time loop or what? Oh, am I actually playing now? Yeah, I do apologize. I don't know if this is the game or if it's because I'm playing on a modern PC, even though this didn't bother the other game, but when I turn around, like, I really whip around. It's insane. Where's the main menu, or do I just press escape? No, I do not want to quit. Because it says jump menu, but I don't think that's what I want. Yeah, I don't want that, as cool as that is. Is there like tab or what? I forgot what it was. Maybe I might actually have to quit the game to go back to the regular menu, but like I really whip around when I look around. I can use the keyboard to look around as well, but I think I have to click the thing to move forward. Because if I press up, I look up. And yeah, scroll through my inventory, of course. I have biochip blank, cloak, evidence, files, interface, jump. This must mean what he said when I've put evidence in you. Blank. So new functions can be added to the jumpsuit by downloading program info on blank biochips. Okay. Cloak. When activated, you cloak, but movement breaks it. So I gotta just wait and watch a thing happen. Evidence. I've programmed this optical memory biochip to catalog any evidence you find. It'll record everything you see, but evidence will be indexed so that you can queue it up quickly. Files. The Temporal Security Annex data files are located on the Files biochip to allow an agent to access this information quickly and easily without having to return to the TSA. Interface. File and computer control functions, and jump, I get to jump time. And like the first game, if I solve a puzzle or something and leave that era and go back, the puzzle might be solved, I'm not 100% sure, but I do go back to the beginning of the era, so I might have to redo some things. So, is there anything else? No? And then there's the jump menu, of course. And there's something to click here, it looks like. You can just click right back off. So, okay. Is there anything else, like, on me that I need to look at? Biochip display? Let's jump. And this is just the jump menu. Can I click on a thing for it to do anything? I can't appear to click and drag it. So it's all good. Hello there, Microslice. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Magnum RPG. Welcome. Hopefully we're not buried in time. But do I have other files to check? I probably should have looked up how to do, like, inventory stuff. I hope it's not going to be like the previous game. Like, how do I save, for example? Because X just makes me... Are you sure you want to quit? I really should have looked that up. Let me see if online has anything regarding the actual controls. Well, let's see. Journeyman, buried in time, controls. This ought to be easy enough. Online manual, my favorite. Command keys. Control S for save, that makes sense. Control and walk forward or turn. Yeah. Control S for save, Control O for open. That's the stuff I'm used to. And control the first letter of the biochip name. Interesting. Okay. So if I do Control S... Oh god. Really? Can I go to, like, desktop, please? I'll just assume this is saved in the correct area. File name. Lotus. Hopefully that does it. So... Oh yeah, transition speed I've already brought it to minimum. Alright. So if I do Control O... Yeah, it's right back here. Okay, we're safe, everybody. We're safe. I was actually getting nervous about that. Anything else I should be working with as I go back to my windows here? Yeah, I don't think I like this music loop. I am standing here doing nothing, so hopefully we'll change for this. Anything else? So let's go forward. Hey, look, I can move. Figurines. Okay.
Since you're getting this message, I'm assuming everything went well. Now, before you do anything, you need to understand that the role of the TSA has changed in recent years. In addition to the security unit, there's now another team whose job it is to research history. That's the team I was on. That is, until someone altered history at 4 of my research mission locations. They weren't major changes, just enough to create temporal ripples. When another agent discovered the temporal ripples about a week ago, I was suspended and put on house arrest. Then they discovered some evidence, and by the next day I was already on trial. I had just about given up hope last night when it hit me. I'm being watched, but you can still prove that we're innocent. So I've decided to break house arrest and jump back in time to get your help. Right now I'm probably in jail. If they know where I am, they won't be looking for me. You'll be free to jump to any of my research mission locations to see what's going on. Now pay attention. This is important. Go to each of the 4 time zones and gather as many clues as you can find. Try and discover what's been changed and how. I've programmed the jumpsuit to auto-record any evidence you might find. Oh, and one more thing. I don't know if this has anything to do with what's going on, but I was at the TSA a couple weeks ago, doing an unscheduled check of the security grid. I noticed something was wrong. It seems a couple of the feedback jumpers had gotten crossed. A good portion of the security grid was compromised for I don't know how long. Anyone with the right information could have gotten into or out of the TSA, the Pegasus warehouse, or any of the restricted areas without even being seen. I'm still not sure why I'm being set up, but I think this might have something to do with it. Be careful. Our life is on the line.
Our life. And yeah, Gamer Brony, like, subtitles would definitely be nice. especially because the music's rather on the loud side. Oh, and now I can just click regular menu? Is it because I'm on biochip blank? Because there's no more jump menu, unless I have to walk back before. But yeah, regular menu this time. Okay. Hello there, Stone Pasta. Welcome to the stream. Incidentally, something says that I can read files. Jumpsuit, you know, dossier, but like, where? How? Is it in the files? Can I, like, look within them? Whoops. It says I can access this information easily, but how do I do that? Oh, files access. Oh, okay, alright, got it. Got it. Alright, so background. Oh god, here we go. Development of tech. The world's first time machine, known as Pegasus, was the brainchild of part-time historian and full-time physicist Elliot Sinclair. In 2311, after seeing Sinclair's time-bending experiments, the government contracted him to build a full-scale operational time machine. The purpose of this device was to explore our past, as well as to discover the truth behind many disputed historical events. Just 4 years after the project was begun, the world's first time machine underwent its first test run. Dragon Age manuals, online. I don't know if GOG has it or not. Maybe? Hello there, Rhett. Welcome to the stream. The jumpsuit. As had been expected, Earth's incorporation into the symbiotry of peaceful beings brought with it astounding advances in technology, or advances. These advances sided the TSA in developing the next generation of time machines. The Time Displacement Unit, or jumpsuit, incorporates an entire time machine into a mobile self-contained suit. The greatest advantage of the jumpsuit is that it can forego its own null-time tunnel from one location to another, eliminating the need to return to the present between jumps. That is a good point, actually. Didn't I have to... Yeah, I had to, like, beat a level to be able to go to a different level. Or I had to jump back to the machine. That's interesting. This new, I can scroll, technology rendered the Pegasus obsolete, and in August of 2325, the time machine was dismantled. Its huge generator was destroyed, and the smaller core elements put into storage, in a location known only to the agents of the Temporal Security Agency. Okay, the founding of TSA? The test run would be the first and last time that Pegasus would be used for research purposes. Due to mounting concern by government officials that such a device could lead to the accidental permutation of history, the project was discontinued. Sinclair was forbidden to ever work on time distortion projects again, and with this illicit construction of time travel devices now being a very real threat, the government secretly set up the Temporal Security Agency as a means to safeguard history from sabotage, which I did. Divisions. Along with the development of the Time Displacement Unit came a rethinking and restructuring of the Temporal Security Agency. Gone were the days of historical security relying entirely on one agent using one machine, like in the last game. Now multiple agents have the freedom to move through time at will, and several years had gone by without incident, changing the prevailing opinion of the danger of time travel technology. In 2327, the decision was made to expand the Temporal Security Annex to include a historical research team. This team, self-dubbed the Deep Time Unit, is comprised of 4 individuals who are each responsible for recording and researching various periods of history. Okay. Agent Dossier. Security. Can I read all these? Yep. Yakamura Gale. Interests are highlighted. I'm just going to click all these. I can't do missions. Neil Getty. Black belt in judo. Huh. And karate. And kendo. Jeez. Final boss material there. Agent 3 is missing, but wasn't that the person in the flashback who knocked out us? Alan Carver. Okay. And notice that we're not on here either. No Agent 5. Celine Flores. Rock climbing, river rafting, impressionist painting. Very nice, very nice. Marcus Warner. No one has missions. Vladek Yasignova. 21st Century Fusion Crunch. Oh, good point, Microslice. I'm not part of security. That makes sense. You got me. Research unit. Yeah, whoops, all of a sudden. Michelle Vizard. Profile. Black belt in karate and aikido. Got a bunch of badasses. Magna cum laude. Deep Time Unit. Missions. Auschwitz, Hiroshima, terrorist massacres in 2019. Jesus. Appomattox Courthouse? These time periods are wildly out of order. Gage Blackwood. I can't read this one. Honors from Melbourne. Oh, we're Australian, I guess. Or at least we went to Australia. Paragon Medal for Time of Duty. Yeah. Captain of the Temporal Protectorate. You're damn right. I formed and headed the Deep Time Unit. Yes. Missions. Chichen Itza. Chateau Gela? Da Vinci Studio. Farnstein Lab. Professor Farnsworth. Oh my god. Roger O'Rourke. Greek myth. Hey. History, theater, volleyball. Good stuff. Sumer, Crete, Knossos, Tahiti, Beijing, China. Okay, and finally, Tamara Walsh. Mysteries, nice. Independence Hall, Philadelphia, East Berlin, Gorbistan, Halls of Industry, Sector 27. Okay. And then finally the jumpsuit overview, and it's just the one button, thank goodness. The Time Displacement Unit, more commonly known as the jumpsuit, is the Temporal Security Agency's mode of time travel. Each of the TSA's 10 jumpsuits have been coded. Shouldn't it be each has been coded? Specifically to the DNA of the agents to which it has been assigned, and cannot be used by anyone other than the assignee. Oh, you know I'm gonna have to find my unconscious future self's time suit, and then it'll let me use it because I'm him. Unauthorized tampering with the suit would result in the self-destruction of the neurocircuitry. Though the jumpsuit offers freedom of time travel, it does not provide the agent with much protection. For this reason, if it's been equipped with cloak technology that renders it invisible to onlookers. Oh, for this reason, it has been equipped. This feature is vital to the members of the Deep Time Unit, who must exercise extreme discretion while researching the past. However, as moving destroys the illusion of invisibility, the navigation buttons are disabled while it's cloaked. The jumpsuit has also been equipped with an oxygen rebreather and compressed air supply for environments with little or no oxygen. This reserve immediately refills when the agent returns to an oxygenated environment. Okay. The final significant feature of the jumpsuit is the temporal pocket. Items collected by an agent are stored in this pocket. There's justification for my expanded adventure game inventory, which is actually a null space void. It's literally a pocket dimension. When placed in the void, objects take up no space and are not a burden to the agent. Such items can be easily retrieved by just dragging their inventory display icons in the main review window. Nice. Yeah, hammer space. No kidding. Microslice. That is exactly what this is. Can I click off? Oh, exit. Interface. Yeah, it doesn't help. Files, evidence. That's what it is. I have to actually click the thing. Interface, menu. That's how that works. Jeez, unbelievable. Evidence. Locate. Scan activated. Review. None. But I'm gonna get evidence. Just you wait. Just you wait. And then I can cloak. Activate, right? Blank, I'll figure it out. And then jump. Okay. So now I can actually move. Boom, we're out of here. So, sorry for the whip turns. This is gonna hurt to watch. Microslice, when do we meet Ultraviolet? Are you referring to the movie? Where she comes from a world you may not understand? Hello there, Crypto. Welcome to the stream. Let's take a look at what this is. I'm gonna go click the papers. Click the papers. Oh god. Personal mission log transcription, but it's me! For the past few jumps I've been experiencing a vague, dizzy sort of feeling when I time travel. It's almost like something hovering. Like, did you really write? I hate when they do this. I've seen this so many times when Dragon Age streams the hidden object games where they write their uncomfortable pauses. Like, I don't know. Who the hell writes that? Who writes like that? A dizzy sort of feeling when I time travel. It's almost like something hovering just beyond the reach of my consciousness. Like a word on the tip of my tongue. And then the The feeling goes away as soon as I get to where I'm going. I've never heard of anyone experiencing this before, so I'm afraid that I might be developing some new kind of time travel disease, or maybe a sensitivity. Oh, it's a transcription? Yeah, fair enough. Not that I'm surprised. No one's ever proven that. Maybe a proven that what? That time... Yeah, I think this is a case where... like, we might just load too quickly. I'm gonna click that again, though. I didn't read the bottom of it. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, like, scroll slowly, because all of a sudden it says maybe a sensitivity to it. Awkward. Ugh. Not that I'm surprised. No one's ever proven that time travel's entirely safe. Where are the guinea pigs? Well, whatever it is, I can only hope it doesn't get any worse. If it does, I'll have to let Chelman know. How do I click off of this again? Okay, there we go. Alright. So... anything else? Are there more notes? Yeah, I can turn the page. Oh boy, here we go. I don't understand. The coordinates of the station were supposed to be accurate within a millimeter, but somehow I just ended up floating in space where the station had been, about an hour earlier. Unless the location and velocity data were wrong, I don't know how it could have been so badly miscalculated. They said they took everything into account, down to the most negligible effects on its velocity, by any bodies within 1,000 light-years of it. I could see the station drifting out there, but I couldn't get to it. Okay, there it is. The suit doesn't have any kind of thrusters. TSA protocol says to scrap a mission if something unpredictable happens, but this is obviously just an error in calculation. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to find a way to get to the station. But if I go into the TSA looking for a thruster, someone might wonder what's up, so it looks like I'll have to get creative. I came up with a pretty cheesy idea for propelling myself to the space station. I still can't believe it actually worked. Not that it matters. Even after getting to it, I kept running into barriers. No oxygen, no gravity, jammed doors, and here's the kicker. I heard a voice. There shouldn't have been anyone there. Whoever it was saw me and told me to get off the station. Actually, I'm not sure he saw me, so much as detected my presence. But still, I had no choice. I had to abort. It's a miracle I didn't cause a ripple. Maybe because whoever it was died up there before coming into contact with another human being, but I can't help but think, what if it was Farnstein? Did he live longer than we believe? The station was obliterated. How could he have survived? Or could the stories be true? Might it have been an artificial life form that he created? I can't escape the irony. I went there to learn the truth, but the truth is what forced me away. Maybe this is a sign that some things are meant to remain unknown. I don't know about my luck these days. It happened again. When I got to Gaillard, there was someone standing right in front of me looking out over the tower wall. He spun around the second he heard the displacement effect. There wasn't a thing I could do, but before he could even draw his sword, an arrow came over the wall and hit him in the back. Lucky for me, I guess. He would have killed me. Can you imagine the distortion that would have caused? It should have created a huge one as it was. I guess we're just damn lucky and the arrow would have hit him anyway. I don't get it. The jump locations are supposed to be scanned with a fine-toothed comb. How could they have not noticed? I'd like to hear their explanation for this one, and then I go to watch Philippe Augustus's men climbing up to the garderobe? And when I get there, all I see is a grappling hook left behind. The whole reason I was sent there was to document how the castle fell, and they got me there too late for it. I know it's difficult to distill accurate information from historical accounts, but this is twice in as many missions. I guess I'm going to have a little talk with the guys in research before I end up materializing in the middle of a Shriners convention. On my last jump, the strange feeling that I've been experiencing during time travel became a little more tangible. I became aware of a faint, almost imperceptible ghost image of my jumpsuit floating slightly out of phase with myself. I'm assuming it's a glitch in the suit's circuitry. The time-phase synchronizer's probably malfunctioning. That should worry me, but I'm actually relieved. At least now I know there's nothing wrong with me. I'm gonna have Bill run a diagnostic on my suit tomorrow. Okay, now we're done. It looks like now we're done. There are problems. This is scary. So, we took care of that.
You have 3 messages.
What? Oh, that's cool. That's creepy as hell, though.
Mr. Blackwood, this is Mark Johnson from Interactive News Network. I'm just calling to see if you'd like a chance to tell your side of the story. Give me a call at Sector 10, 569-82227, and we'll talk about setting up an exclusive interview. I hope to hear from you soon.
Oh, and to rent a garderobe is either a wardrobe or its contents, a private room, like a bedroom, or a privy. Thank you for the information. Also, I hope to God our boss from the first game is back, because that guy just cracks me up.
Hey, Gage, how you doing? Listen, Oh, shoot, it's your day off. You're probably in Tahiti, as usual. Well, anyway, I was wondering if I could borrow your environ system. The record button's busted on mine, and I haven't had a chance to get it fixed. And hey, you do me this one favor. I might be willing to forget all our bets. Remember? Grab ball last week? Thought you'd get away with it, huh? Not this time, pal. I beat you fair and square. So call me. I'm at home. Thanks. Bye.
Wasn't she in the first game? This is a terrifying answering machine.
Gage, it's me. Wake up and answer the phone. Hello. I know you're there. Where else could you be? Well, anyway, you owe me, pal. I got your jumpsuit. I just pray they don't realize their key evidence is missing before you figured out what's going on, or we'll both be in neck deep. I mean, it would take a genius to figure out that I was the only one who could have taken it. But hey, they wouldn't fire me, would they? I'm their chief technician. Who else do they have to get their net games running? I'll send you the suit as soon as I put in an OpMin biochip. If you get a chance, you'll want to modify it to automatically record evidence. And if you need anything else, please hesitate to call me. Oh, and Gage, do me a favor. Erase your messages for a change. Thanks. Good luck, buddy.
It's a good thing we didn't erase our messages, because we get to hear this and get lore with our Freddy Krueger answering machine that melts into view. It's really creepy. And I can't click this fourth one. Maybe there's just no fourth one. Bye! Alright, so... how do I go... oh, I gotta click away. There we go. Okay. The music. Yeah, the stretching noise is crypto. You hear that like when they're done with the machine. It's like, oh god, what is this horror universe I'm in? Whoa. Okay, so I have biochips in my inventory, and I have an item in my inventory, so I no longer have a separate menu for chips and inventory, I guess. That's fair enough. Also, boom. Oh, look at that. It spins, and I'm not even doing it. Remote control. This is the remote control for the high-res Environ Omni system. The remote allows access to over 1,000 terrestrial channels and hundreds of Symbiotry channel satellite stations. However, the batteries are dead. Ah, shucks. Yeah, that stretching noise, though, for the thing is so freaking eerie. Alright, so I'm going to click off of this. How do I get back off? Just click the thing. Okay. So, can I do this? Environ. Whoa. That's kind of cool. How do I... okay, let's get back out. And then let's look at this again. Does it say all set? Am I looking at that right? Hello there, last listened audios. Welcome to the stream. What the hell? Click. Agent 5 breaks house arrest. Yo-oh.
INN will return after word from our sponsor.
The soon-to-be-released Geno of Fond Remembrance is Volume 4 of G-Tex Rock Through the Ages collection. Never before has there been a video collection that captures the many moods of Geno Andrews. You'll hear the melancholy Geno. So many songs about the
Really?
The ongoing saga of Gage Blackwood took a frightening twist this morning when the agent of the Deep Time Unit broke house arrest to jump 9 years back in time. Fortunately, the illicit time jump was detected, and he was immediately apprehended by Agent 8 of the Temporal Protectorate.
Oh, 8 got
Although
me.
it's still not clear how and why Blackwood obtained the TSA jumpsuit, Temporal Security Agency officials did say that no distortion ripples have yet been detected, and that there is no reason whatsoever to believe that Blackwood has altered history in any way. Our Lisa Long has a report from TSA Administrative Headquarters.
He just awkwardly looks. Next.
In a strange turn of events that can only be described as unimaginable, the highly decorated Gage Blackwood, better known as Agent 5 of the Deep Time Unit, has been arrested and put on trial for the crime of historical sabotage. We apologize for the lack of trial footage, but because of the sensitive nature of the material being presented, no recording equipment has been allowed into the tribunal wing of the United Ministry Complex where the trial is being held. The drama unfolded 3 weeks ago when Agent 2 of the Temporal Protectorate discovered 4 distortion ripples while conducting an unscheduled historical scan. As it turned out, the dates of the ripples exactly coincided with times to which Agent 5 had been sent for research purposes. The agent immediately contacted his supervisors, and on their orders, 3 agents were sent to apprehend Agent 5, who offered no resistance. Later that day, more evidence was found in Blackwood's locker, suggesting that he had disobeyed Temporal Security Agency directives for personal gain. Unless deemed absolutely necessary, the TSA will not send agents to investigate or restore the distortions, as any further tampering with history may cause adverse effects, possibly even turning the ripples into full reality distortion waves.
Okay, next. Oh my god. Prosecution, defense, editorial. Prosecution first.
Prosecuting attorney Phil Stevens alleges that Agent 5 intentionally altered the past in 4 of the 10 time zones to which he had been sent for research purposes, his only apparent motive being personal gain. In so doing, Agent 5 would have knowingly violated Temporal Security Agency ethics, as well as the law. As temporal sabotage in any form is considered the worst possible crime against humanity, Stevens is aiming for the maximum allowable sentence.
Can I click Temporal Security Agency? Yeah. It's an annex of the Crime Intervention Commission, also known as the Temporal Security Agency. It's the governmental headquarters for time travel activity. From this top-secret compound, elite agents safeguard history from illicit time travelers and embark on historical research missions. Can I click Crime Intervention Commission? Oh god, the lore runs deep. As crime began to decline after world unification, the number of policing agencies also began to decrease in number. With the advent of the transporter, the need for such agencies decreased even more in both number and kind. In 2237, the Crime Intervention Commission was formed as the single agency responsible for controlling crime worldwide. The CIC has several branches, including the TSA, going back to that. So, next. Previous. Return it is. Return. Okay.
Prosecuting attorney Phil Stevens alleges that Agent 5, the burden of proof lies on the prosecution. They have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Gage Blackwood was responsible for the distortion ripples. There is strong evidence working against Blackwood, including both computer records that place him at altered historical locations and contraband that was discovered in his locker. But the evidence alone is not enough to ensure a conviction. With this in mind, prosecuting attorney Stevens has directed his questioning toward eliminating other possible explanations for the ripples.
Okay, and then what are ripples? Temporal distortions are the result of anachronisms or temporarily inappropriate items left in the past. There are two basic types that can cause temporal distortions, simple and effective. Simple is minor, which has no noticeable effect on history, like spilling water, and the water will likely evaporate before anyone took notice of it. Those don't represent a threat and are caused by even the most careful of agents from time to time. A far greater concern are effective anachronisms, of which there are two kinds, limited and expansive. While their effects to history are not great, limited effective anachronisms are the results of more significant changes to the past. These changes are usually more enduring than simple anachronisms, but the repercussions, known as temporal distortion ripples, fade with time, as they do not affect anyone greatly enough to alter the course of history. Expansive effective anachronisms, on the other hand, are changes to historically significant terms or events that have major repercussions. These cause reality distortion waves or chain reactions that grow with time, making sweeping changes to history as they do so. If a reality distortion wave should ever reach the present, those who aren't uncreated in its wake will suddenly find themselves with new lives, completely unaware that anything had ever been different. Both types of effective anachronisms are to be taken very seriously, as the most likely cause of such is deliberate sabotage. Damn.
The burden of proof lies on the prosecution. Witnesses for the prosecution have included Agent 2 of the Temporal Protectorate, the TSA's chief technician, and the designer of the circuitry for the jumpsuit.
So the Protectorate, along with the development of the Time Displacement Unit, came a rethinking and restructuring of the TSA. Gone were the days of historical security, relying entirely on one agent using one machine. Now multiple agents of the Freedom, we already know this. Several years have gone by without incident. Yeah, we already read this in our own thing, so that's fine. Time Displacement Unit, the jumpsuit, we already got this stuff, thank God.
Witnesses for the prosecution have included Agent...
Oh my god, this is all just in prosecution. This is absurd. Investigation began when Agent 2 ran an unscheduled manual historical scan, a procedure normally performed twice a year to reveal anomalies missed by the scanners, faster but less sensitive automatic scan mode. Agent 2 discovered a ripple that originated in 1050, indicating that someone had gone back and affected a historically important object or event. He found 3 more ripples in these years. Fortunately, none of the changes were serious enough to cause a full reality distortion wave. He then realized the ripples matched Agent 5's. He reported this and was sent after Blackwood, and found him in Tahiti on his day off and arrested him without incident. We already got this. Chief Technician. Prosecuting Attorney Stevens called the TSA Chief Computer Technician to testify based on his knowledge of the chronolog scanner array. It monitors history for illicit time jumps, but history's so vast, so the sensitivity has been reduced, so it can't detect everything. Got it. So the technicians testify that the scanners were designed to detect illicit time jumps and are monitored at all times. Yet, at no point were the scanners ever offline or performing improperly as far as he could tell. Circuitry Designer. Mrs. Marjean Chow was called to testify based on her knowledge of the Time Displacement Unit or jumpsuit for which she designed the circuitry. When asked whether it was possible for someone else to have used it, she said, nope, only one person per suit. Computer records. There were computer records and video log reports. So, yep, Gage was there. These files were not made available to the press. Physical evidence. 4 time zones. There's a gold ornament from Chichen Itza. Wow. Ancient Mayan city. Founded in 514 AD. It's located in the Yucatan, about 60 miles inland from the coastal resort community of Cancun. Throughout its first 5 centuries, the city underwent periods of decreased activity and refounding, before finally being founded for the last time by the Toltec Maya, some time around the year 1000. After several decades of being near the capital city of Cancun, it was abandoned in 1194 for unknown reasons. Toltec ruled the Central American highlands from the 10th to 12th centuries, where they were invaded by neighboring Indian tribes. The Toltecs were excellent craftsmen, sophisticated builders, and their influence can be seen in Chichen Itza and Mayan centers. Mayan. A race of Indians who inhabited the Yucatan of South America until 1500. They organized social centers and organized advanced knowledge of mathematics and astronomy, complex hieroglyphic writing systems, but like their Aztec neighbors, they're best known for their violent polytheistic religion, the chief deity of which was Itzamna. Mayan culture reached a peak between 300 and 900 AD, at which point their cities declined from a combination of natural disasters, inadequate agricultural planning, new Maya centers of heavy Toltec influence, and began to come to power, most notably Chichen Itza. These centers were later abandoned when the region came under Spanish rule in the early 16th century. Okay. Mayan, the god. Many personas. He was the god of the sky, inventor of writing and books, and the patron of science and learning, but most importantly, the creator of human life. And then Toltec. Wait, did I look up the Toltec? Yes. Okay. Whoo boy. A jewel door from Chateau Gallard, located on a ridge of the Andelys Mountains in Europe, Sector 44. It was built as a defensive outpost by Richard the Lionheart to protect territories he had taken in Normandy. His rivalry with Philip Augustus of France went on for several years, but Richard's saucy castle remained untouched. In 1204, 5 years after Richard's death, Philip's armies laid siege to the chateau, and the castle that was once thought impregnable fell just after 6 months. Period. Today, little remains of it. Richard. First born in AD 1157, the third son of Henry II and Eleanor of Aquitaine. God damn it, man. He assumed the throne in 1189 and ruled England for 10 years. During his reign, he participated in the Third Crusade and battled with Philip Augustus. In honor of courage, he was dubbed the Lionheart, but to finance things, he had heavy taxation, and he was shot in the shoulder with a crossbow bolt. The wound became infected, and he died. Henry II reigned from this period. He married Eleanor, gained territories. Father of Richard and King John. King John reigned at this period. Son of Eleanor and Henry II, brother of Richard I. His concessions to Philip. John Lackland. Got it. Eleanor. Duchess. Born heiress of William, Duke of Aquitaine. Her first marriage to Louis VII was annulled. She remarried Henry II. She bore 5 children, including Richard and King John. When her son rebelled against her father, she supported them, for which she was imprisoned by Henry until his death. After being in a political affair, she died in 1204. This is brutal. Eleanor, King John, Crusade, military expeditions led by the European Christian powers in the 11th, 12th, 13th centuries, religious conquests, Christian Holy Lands. Philip ruled France up until this period, later participated in the Crusades, established France as a European power, quarreled with Richard. Good, can I go now? Leonardo Da Vinci, we took a sketch from him? Oh my god. Masterful artist, inventor, architect, he was super cool, born in Vinci, that's why he's Da Vinci. Apprentice under Verrocchio, his talent became apparent. By 25, he's creating his own master works. He did all sorts of cool stuff. He could be credited with dozens of inventions. He did all sorts of cool stuff. Verrocchio. He was a tutor of Leonardo da Vinci. He was gifted at stuff. Kenneth Farnstein, the fictional character. Probable creator of the Self-Here Life series of sculpture. Born in 2179, he was gifted, an only child. Went to cool schools, artificial intelligence. Oh my god. He graduated, he got the biotech technology Gentech, he was president and CEO, he was so cool. He decommissioned research station Amarax, Deep Space Research Station, outside the apogee of Pluto, scan things. Purchased and refurbished, stuff was discovered, this was discovered, the crew found an advanced biocomputer and interactive sculptures. They were recognized as masterpieces, but they backed off. They thought it was ghosts. Oh my god. Farnstein was awesome. He was really cool. Jesus. Biotechnology. Biochips. You know what those are. Softweb. Neurocomputers functions by Softweb. Jesus Christ. And you know Farnstein's like the most important guy in the game too, because he's fictional, so I'm probably gonna have to go find him. Alright, so defense.
In the absence of an alibi or any evidence proving Agent 5's innocence, defense attorney Sandra Gallagher will be setting out to show, through the testimony of character witnesses, that it is not likely Mr. Blackwood committed the crime. If the defense can elicit some doubt of Blackwood's guilt, he will go free. Witnesses for the defense will include Agent 3 of the Deep Time Unit, Agent 8 of the Temporal Protectorate, the Commissioner of the Temporal Security Agency, and Agent 5 himself.
And we already clicked this stuff, so let's move on.
The defense has not yet had the opportunity to present its case. However, we have contacted both the Chief Technician and Commissioner of the TSA to ask them their feelings on the arrest of Gage Blackwood. Neither Agent 3 of the Temporal Security Agency nor Mr. Blackwood could be reached for comment.
Chief Technician and Commissioner. Oh.
With us now is William Doughton, the TSA Chief Technician. He joins us live from the Temporal Security Agency Administrative Headquarters. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Doughton.
Thank you, Mark.
You've known Gage Blackwood for many years, and I understand that the two of you are good friends. Do you think he's guilty?
Absolutely not. The thought that he could be guilty never even crossed my mind. I mean, friend or no, here you've got someone who's dedicated his whole life to protecting history and now stands accused of violating it. That's ridiculous. And if you don't believe me, look at his record. The man's a decorated hero. You can't overlook that fact just because it doesn't fit neatly into the story the prosecution's trying to sell.
Isn't it true you testified that no one else made a time jump to any of the altered historical locations?
No, actually I testified the scanners didn't register anyone making a time jump to those locations. But computers are only as intelligent as their human programmers. Now, I believe it's possible that someone could have shadowed Agent 5's jumps. If a second time traveler were to make a jump within a few seconds of the first and to the same location, the chronolog scanners probably wouldn't recognize it as a second jump.
Have you been able to test this theory?
No, not yet. It's too dangerous. If two people were to travel through the same null time tunnel and land in the exact same place, well, their matter would mix and that would kill them.
And you believe that someone found a way around this?
It's possible, yes.
Okay, well, thank you for your insights, Mr. Doughton.
Interesting. And then Commissioner.
I have with me now Commissioner Jack Baldwin of the Temporal Security Agency.
Yes,
who's coming to us live from TSA Administrative Headquarters. Commissioner, thank you for joining us. Now, the first and most obvious question is, are you confident in your arrest of Gage Blackwood as the perpetrator of this crime?
We had to arrest Agent 5 because of the evidence, not because we think he did it. There was an obvious transgression. Someone was responsible for it, so we arrested the person to whom the evidence pointed. Now it's up to the courts to determine whether or not he's guilty.
So you believe he's innocent?
Absolutely. I've known Gage ever since he joined the TSA. In fact, I'm the one who recruited him. Gage Blackwood is a member of an endangered species. Gage Blackwood is a hero. He has put his life on the line many times to prevent this exact thing from happening. There's absolutely no way he would have abused his position at the risk of a single life, let alone history as we know it. Now, it just doesn't make sense.
I love this guy.
Mr. Blackwood has been an agent for quite a while now, 13 years, I believe. Is it possible that the temptation just became too great for him to bear?
No. Gage is as committed to his duty now as he was back when he apprehended Elliot Sinclair. He was, and he is, our finest agent.
Okay, let's assume for a minute that he did do it. Knowing that he would be facing life imprisonment on Vega Thalon, do you feel that he would plead guilty?
First of all, it's a moot point because he didn't do it. But, presuming he did, knowing Gage, I'd say he had a damn good reason. And he would have confessed immediately. He wouldn't have pretended innocence, not for 1 minute. Bottom line, Gage Blackwood is no criminal. Gage Blackwood is a hero.
Okay, Commissioner, it looks like we're out of time. Thank you.
That guy is the best. Alright. So now, editorial.
If Blackwood is indeed guilty, he has altered more than just the past. The future, too, will likely feel the results of his actions. The Deep Time Unit will probably be discontinued before ever realizing its full potential. But there is an even greater issue at stake. That is whether the Temporal Security Agency itself is more of a risk than a safety measure. Many feel that it should be shut down and everything related to time travel destroyed. Others argue that the technology has already been invented, so there's nothing stopping it from being reinvented for the wrong reasons. So in their opinion, the Temporal Security Agency must remain operational to safeguard against future acts of historical sabotage.
All right, I think we might be free. Oh no, that was Agent 5. So but these are just other things. Symbiotry, technology discussions, fair enough.
Will return after word from our sponsor. La peinture fraîche.
This is amazing.
Jote latzande. Sasta gorsht.
If you hadn't understood those important messages, you would have just...
Wet thing.
Suit up your best suit.
Flippity then.
Driven off of a cliff.
Driven off of a cliff.
Meat. In poison.
Restaurants located in the lobby.
And peed your pants on a foreign planet. Yes, for all those reasons and more, there's the Omniglot DM dual-mode translator biochip from Samco. Just pop the Omniglot DM into any standard biotech interface and voila! No more frustration, no more confusion. The Omniglot DM instantly translates the written and spoken forms of any known language. It does it all! The Omniglot DM translator biochip from Samco. Get it today!
Samco Translator Biochip available at Frugal's and other fine stores for low price of $199.90 or order over ShopNet. Product order code 689-22378. That's 689-22378. Order now.
I think there are actually things that, like, you could punch in these phone numbers.
The heads of ministry will continue to meet with Symbiotry representatives today in the Assembly Hall of the United Ministry Complex. These talks were requested by several member races as a forum in which to discuss the place of time travel technology in the symbiotry of peaceful beings. Today marks the beginning of the third week of negotiations, yet there is still no end in sight. Sarah Michaels is standing by at the United Ministry Complex with a report.
Thank you, Mark. The main factor protracting the discussions is the inability of the symbiotry to decide what should be done with the technology. The representatives have formed three distinct factions whose strongly opposing views have caused them to remain tenaciously entrenched in a deadlock. While one group believes we are committing the unforgivable act of hoarding a vital technology, a second supports the symbiotry tenet that each race has sovereignty over its own technologies. The third contingent, which has grown in strength since the arrest of Agent 5, contends that time travel represents a threat to every race of the symbiotry and should be destroyed altogether. Even though most attending races strongly disagree with humanity's sole ownership of the technology, our heads of ministry refuse to acknowledge their arguments, citing its inevitable misuse as their foremost concern. Therefore, barring symbiotry action, it is unlikely that the status of time travel as a proprietary technology of Earth will change.
Appeal for sharing.
The opinion originally held by the majority of races represented at the talks is that time travel technology is an invaluable tool for self-discovery and, as such, should not be denied to any race. However, the Loxoni abandoned this position last week in favor of destroying the technology. Presumably, this sudden change of opinion was due in large part to the arrest of Agent 5, an unfortunate illustration of the danger of time travel.
And the Loxoni? Biologically unlike anything known to humanity, they're adapted for life elsewhere. Their homeworld careens from one solar system to the next, changes in gravity and temperature stretch and crack its tortured surface, creating gaping fissures leading deep into the crust. It's these hellish caverns that they lovingly refer to as home. Though they live in total darkness, they have highly developed UV sight, which allows them to navigate the caves and communicate via changing light patterns that emanate. Wow. Long-range communication, identifying types of minerals, which is their diet. They use mandibles for tasks. Prehensile appendages tucked away between their plates. They're moralistic and social, living in tight-knit communities. There's a mystery to everyone but them slevs. Their technological revolution was born of necessity. They went to space. Cool.
The opinion originally held. The Dorlun and Zhang Trakar, on the other hand, have continued to cling tightly to their convictions. They're of the opinion that this technology is far too important to be buried because of paranoia. Time travel, the Zhang Trakar argue, is like any other powerful tool. It represents a danger only if the user doesn't have the insight to take the proper precautions. And if care is taken, there should be no reason whatsoever to fear what should be the greatest advance the symbiotry has ever known.
Oh yeah, and I see chat. Sorry about the music loop, it just like... This is what it is. The Dorlun, slow-moving, docile, intelligent, multi-lobal brains. They could be thinking about 34 things at the same time. Oh my god. They spend so much thinking that they do little else. Surprisingly primitive in technology is a low priority for them. They live 200 to 250 Earth years. They're super wisdom. They're super wise. The Zhang Trakar. They're suspicious. Pragmatists. No provocative actions so far. They seem to be hyperactive insects. They're prolific. They seem here like humans except in higher bandwidths. Cool.
The Dorlun and
Symbiotry, I think we've already seen this. Symbiotry of peaceful beings from the previous game.
Perhaps Brandon Farlink, the Dorlun emissary, stated the feelings of these two races most eloquently.
Most eloquently.
At long last, he said, we can all be in touch with our pasts. Each race can now know the truths of its history. No longer must time be wasted with painstaking research and endless conjecture, only to arrive at an uncertain understanding of the events that shaped history. The answers, all the answers, lie within our reach if only we have the will to grasp for them.
Okay, that's that. So appeal for denial.
Despite being recently abandoned by the Kryn, two of humanity's staunchest supporters, the Sorolans and the Tsar, have continued to defend our right to autonomy over time travel technology. Like those that favor dismantling it, these two races would rather leave their past buried than risk losing it altogether. But unlike the others, the Sorolans and Tsar believe that humanity harbors a maturity beyond its years and can be entrusted with preserving the sanctity of history.
The Kryn, the Sorolans, the Tsar. So the Kryns, they've recently been added to the Symbiotry. That's so cool. Highly intelligent, mentally evolved. Their sight is based on sensitivities, this kind of radiation, nifty. The Sorolans, the oldest race of the Symbiotry. They're widely respected. They have wisdom and science. So cool. Bond with humans, awesome. 3,000 to 5,000 Earth years. They choose to exist for that long? Whoa! They'll gestate a new organism? Damn. Telepathic. The Tsar, unanimously the most whimsical members of the Symbiotry. They can adhere to any surface, in any orientation, gravity or no. They're highly social. Freaking wild.
In fact, they suggest that our closeness to our violent past makes us even better suited to manage time travel, as the dire consequences of the misuse of technology still stain our racial memory. Unfortunately, theirs is a minority opinion. The prevailing response to this argument is that Earth's record with time travel speaks for itself. In just 10 years, there have already been incidents of deliberate historical sabotage, the latest of which allegedly involving an agent of the Temporal Security Agency. Our benefactors, however, dismissed the Elliott Sinclair and Gage Blackwood incidents as aberrant acts by disturbed individuals, rather than a weakness of humanity as a whole. And they ask, as a sign of good faith and trust in the newest member of the symbiotry, that the future of time travel technology be left to our discretion.
Okay, so appeal for dismantling.
The third viewpoint, which was originally held only by the Unwa, is that the existence of time travel technology represents a threat to the history of every race in the symbiotry. For this reason, these races feel that all existing time machines should be completely dismantled. Following the arrest of Agent 5, the Loxoni changed their allegiance from petitioning for the release of time travel technology to requesting its destruction.
I think I've clicked on the Loxoni. Yeah, okay. And then the Unwa. Little's known about them. They can only be generalized about. Not to be confused with shapeshifters. They modify their physiologies by responding to their immediate environments. Generally unknown.
The third, they were joined by the Kryn, for whom this represents a break in their long-standing tradition of fervently supporting every race's right to sovereignty over its own technologies. The Loxoni now proclaim that if not destroyed, the technology must at the very least be put in the safekeeping of an elder race of the symbiotry. They cite security as their main concern. Like the others that share their goal, they feel that humanity lacks the necessary discretion to control such a powerful tool. As a side note, it should be mentioned that the Loxoni themselves are among the eldest races of the symbiotry.
Okay, and finally, results of negotiations.
Despite the arguments made by the symbiotry envoys, the general opinion of the heads of ministry so far appears unswayed. Michael Rozhenko of the Northwest Asia Collective rebutted that the danger of time travel falling into the wrong hands and being used to change history, however slight, is still too great to even consider releasing the technology. It must be realized that time travel has not only the power to unlock the secrets of history, but also unparalleled potential for destruction. Few could argue that it would be foolish to give such a tool to anyone, regardless of its intended use. On the other hand, it's also too late for it to be destroyed, as was pointed out by Chancellor of Law Rick Allen, when he stated that the technology has already been created and can therefore be recreated. Chancellor Allen emphasized his point by attesting that if all known time travel technology were destroyed and a new time machine built without government knowledge or approval, there would be no way to intervene in the actions of the illicit time traveler. He would have free rein to rewrite history to his liking. Unfortunately, such scenarios are all too likely, as was proven by the Elliot Sinclair incident and the current trial of Gage Blackwood.
Alright. So, Louvre raises 138.5 billion something.
INN will return after a word from our sponsor.
God, I love this cheese. Look at this. Future commercials are Tim and Eric. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one.
Cheese girl!
Someone came up with this. Call this number, which I think you could actually do in this game. Bye.
In a last-ditch effort to stay afloat, the Louvre Art Museum held an auction of unprecedented scale yesterday. The museum was forced to sell off many of its older collections to pay off creditors and to raise funds desperately needed for renovations to the facility. In a fervent display of support, the art community rallied around the historic landmark, showing that the museum itself is every bit as valuable an artifact as any of the works of art it contains. The auction was an astounding success, raising 138.5 billion credits, easily surpassing the 100 billion credit goal. This windfall was due in large part to one generous bidder who preferred to remain unidentified. Martin Walker is standing by with a live report from the Louvre.
Okay. And hello there, Living Corpse. Welcome to the stream.
Thanks, Mark. I'm standing inside the historic Louvre Museum in Paris. Behind me sits one of the few pieces to survive yesterday's extensive art auction. Items up for auction included artifacts and works of art from many of the Louvre's oldest collections, including the Da Vinci exhibit, the ancient Egyptian, and Toltec Mayan exhibits. 4 particular items were snapped up by a generous bidder who paid much more than the asking price. The bidder's identity is unknown, but it is assumed to be an art enthusiast who didn't want to see the Louvre shut down. There are rumors, however, that the buyer may actually have been acting on behalf of another race in the symbiotry, which, according to the Earth History Preservation Act of 2322, would be illegal. We're told an investigation may follow. Museum sources that I spoke to speculated that the revenue from the auction will be enough to keep the Louvre in operation for at least the next 5 years. However, they warned me that the price of admission may go up in order to help cover operating costs, a small price to pay for such a wealth of human history and culture.
Okay, only 2 things. Financial difficulties.
The Louvre's financial difficulties arose from a combination of rising maintenance costs, overspending, and lower than normal attendance. Several costly acquisitions in recent years sunk the museum into spiraling debt. When repairs to the facilities became unavoidable and visitor attendance fell, it became clear that a major influx of cash was needed to cure the museum's ills. In June, the decision was made to auction off several of its older exhibits. That decision paid off well yesterday.
I think we've already seen the Louvre. Leonardo Da Vinci, we've already read this, and Kenneth Farnstein, that just, man, that went for days. So, wow, we're already free of this one. So, high bidder.
The 4 items that the unidentified bidder purchased included the Toltec Mayan ceremonial coffer, King Richard the Lionheart's sword from the Crusades, Leonardo da Vinci's Codex Atlanticus, and an interactive sculpture entitled Self-Awareness, credited to Kenneth Farnstein. Attendees of the auction said the buyer did not try to purchase any other items, but immediately made an excessive bid on these 4 artifacts as soon as the bidding opened.
Yeah, we're mentioning these 4 time periods a lot. This seems like it's going to be integral to the game.
Experts estimate that the unidentified man paid at least 7 billion credits more than the true value of the pieces, but none could say why he was so interested in 4 such disparate artifacts. They eventually conceded that it may have simply been their rich histories that intrigued him.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. It was the rich histories. Okay, Mayan coffer, Richard I's sword, Codex Atlanticus, self-awareness. So the Mayan coffer, thought to have played a role in Mayan religious ceremonies, was discovered here. High Priest's grave, small pyramid, Chichen Itza, El Castillo pyramid, Mayan god Kukulkan, morning and evening star, patron, chief deity of the Toltecs, Quetzalcoatl, also very important. Mayan city, masters of the night. Twilight hours ruled by the 9 gods. They were the nastier gods of the pantheon. We got the underworld. We got the Deadland. Nifty. High Priest grave in Chichen Itza. Cylindrical shape, important. But the coffer was thought to be cursed. It's in the Louvre. Richard I's sword. This is so brief. It's beautiful. It's a fine sword. Intricate ornamental designs. Simplistic hilt. 4-carat diamond. Philip Augustus, Chateau Gaillard. I think we've already clicked that. Yes. Buy. Codex Atlanticus. Leonardo da Vinci's Thing on Flight. Da Vinci's other codices written in Latin mirror writing. Father of the Flying Machine. Self-awareness. Amarax, I think we've seen that already. It's from the derelict space station. It's super interesting. Farnstein. Farnstein's the coolest. I cannot do this. Buy. That was from the high bidder.
The 4 items that the unidentified...
Yeah, okay. And finally, the Sinclair incidents 10 years later.
The events surrounding the arrest of Agent 5 bring back, for most, memories of the Elliot Sinclair incident. That historic day 10 years ago could have turned out much differently if it weren't for Agent 5 of the Temporal Protectorate. After building the first ever functional time machine, only to have the government shelve the project because it was considered too dangerous, Sinclair decided to sidestep the politicians and build his own temporal transporter. Years later, when the Tsa made contact with Earth to offer us a place in the symbiotry of peaceful beings, the xenophobic scientist suddenly found himself with a new purpose. Fearing an alien invasion, he tried to convince the public that the Tsa were not what they appeared to be. But this endeavor met with little success. Frustrated, exasperated, and on the verge of insanity, Sinclair formulated a plan to make Earth a more difficult target for the Tsa. On the day of the Tsa ambassador's arrival, he sent each of his 3 robot minions back in time to change the course of history. The first he sent to create a nuclear scare that would prevent world unification and prolong the Cold War. The second was to destroy the Morimoto Mars colony and make it look like the work of an alien race. And the third Sinclair sent to kill Dr. Enrique Castillo, the individual who was most influential in convincing humanity of the benefits of joining the symbiotry. His backup plan, should his robots have failed, was to assassinate the Tsa delegates. It was our good fortune that Agent 5 was on duty at the Temporal Security Annex that day. He detected the temporal distortions, stopped each of the androids, and then apprehended Sinclair himself. That fateful morning made a hero of Agent 5 and spawned the blockbuster holoflick, The Journeyman Project. Elliot Sinclair was put on trial and found guilty of all charges. He was sentenced to life imprisonment on Vega Thalon and hasn't been heard from since.
Okay, that was just the recap. There's nowhere to go from here. Hello there, SCP member. Welcome to the stream. I think I'm finally free. Oh my god. I'm sorry that there was little gameplay in this one, but we've gotten our establishment out of here. That was a lot of information. Oh my god. So now, let's go somewhere else. That's so cool. Okay, I'm gonna save. Can I just control S it? There we go. Can I overwrite? Yes. Hopefully that did it. Just for safety, I'm gonna look this way. Control O. Okay, we're good. Oh my god, this is a lot though. But, okay, so this is where apparently I can actually order the stuff that I got from the, what is it? The stuff from the commercials. Hopefully I don't need the, oh, this is gonna piss me off. Hang on one second. Where do I, was it files? No. Interface, remote control. It's not going to be interface, is it? Evidence? I doubt it. Because, like, apparently I want to actually order the stuff from one of those commercials, and I don't know what the phone number is, so hopefully there's a way I can look that up easily enough. That's gonna bug me, I think. So let me see if I can't take a look at this, because otherwise I'm gonna lose my mind. Do we have, like, the phone numbers and stuff? I'm not sure we do. And it's pretty cool that the actual walkthrough I'm using doesn't tell me them. It's just like, you should write them down. Like, you should write them down. The hell is that phone number? Read everything. Because I want to order the cheese girl thing, and of course, the translator chip. That one I think should be pretty obvious. Oh yeah, we'd have written them down if you said. Yeah, much appreciated, but like, I didn't know. I knew that I could order them, but I didn't know that I should order them, which is very cool. Interface, remote control, I doubt it's going to be useful. Is there a review thing? Yeah, that's specifically for evidence. Oh, Microslice, you got him? Thank you very much. I don't know how the hell you did it, unless you just remember this from elsewhere, or if you looked it up or something. But yeah, do you happen to know the number for the biotranslator thing and Cheese Girl? Let's see, menu. ShopNet. Yeah, you straight up need the code. God damn. Cheese Girl. Oh, thank you, Winterburn. Oh, you wrote in chat earlier? I'll go find it, I guess. Okay, Cheese Girl 625. What is that? 94. Pretty cool that they make them long, obnoxious numbers. And then what? 978. Transmit. It's $3.50. The order's been processed. It's been sent to my post box. Can I go, like, get my post box? And then, okay, where's the thing for the biochip? Let me scroll up and see if I can see it. I see some of your posts, but I don't see the thing for the biochip in the chat. You're saying you wrote it 2 minutes ago, but I am not seeing anything written down 2 minutes ago in terms of codes. I ordered a thing, which is cool, but I don't see the other thing. Yeah, no, I'm straight up not seeing it. I apologize, but would it be possible to copy-paste? Oh, you got it? Thank you very much. I don't know why I didn't see it, but I'm not seeing it. So let me do the other thing then. 689, thank you very much. 6... Oh, whoops. I gotta... Yeah. Cool. Menu. Shopping that again. Oh, no. Menu. Postbox. Cheese Girl, I'm taking it. Replicate. I gotta grab that. Do I have it on live chat or top chat? I don't know. Cheese Girl, got it. Okay, so... Power. Menu. ShopNet. And what was that key you just had? 689. 22. 378. Transmit. Accept. Menu. Postbox. Translate. Replicate. That's incredibly useful. Ka-ching. Biochip. Translate. Marvelous. Oh, do I have this set up for live chat or top chat? Why would it not default to... Yeah, it is top chat, actually. Well, that explains it. I couldn't see the message. Oh, yeah, there's the message. It's right in front of me now that it's like live chat. Why the hell would you not have it on top chat? It's like when Facebook insists on stories you might like instead of recent stories, so I can never see what people just said. A pain in the ass. Alright, but thank you very much for informing me of that feature that should not need to be used. Okay, so I got my chip. Let's take a look at it. Capable of translating all sorts of stuff. In case of malfunction, call this number. You know that's gonna come up. And then Cheese Girl. Processed cheese and food spread made from 2 separate chemicals, which mix when forced out of the pressurized can, coagulating into a non-toxic cheese-like substance. Wow. Warning! Constant sensor pressure. Risk of inadvertent propulsion in zero-G environments. I wonder if that's going to be extremely important later, when I'm going to get trapped in space. Okay. Let's click out of here. How do I just click elsewhere? I'm already flaking on this. I don't want file. Oh, exit. There you go. Cool. I got the stuff in the post box. I got the cheese girl stuff. Okay, finally, I'm going to break out the jump chip, because I could have used this at any point. And jump menu. And we're going to Farnstein. Oh yeah, look at that. Chichen Itza, Chateau, Da Vinci, Farnstein. Okay. Farnstein's lab. What am I doing precisely? A salvage vessel cruising Saturn for derelict ice mining platforms discovered the research station Amarax, which had served as the secret workshop and last known residence of Master Artist Kenneth Farnstein. Stein, I guess. The Amarax had been badly damaged in the asteroid shower, with entire wings torn from its tattered hull. Upon inspecting what remained of the station, the salvage crew found 4 unique interactive sculptures made of polymorphing neural matter and an advanced neurocomputer which became the direct forebear of modern technology. The soft web that drove the computer, however, had perished decades earlier when the crippled station's power reserves ran dry. By the way, I'm a little late on mentioning this one, but I do apologize, chat. I had to force this game into windowed mode, and it's a small window, so I'm squinting to read. Farnstein was an enigmatic figure, part artist, part computer scientist. His far-fetched claims that the art he sold was the work of an artificial being of his own making were for many years considered the ravings of a lunatic. But with the discovery of the Amarax, this belief has come under serious scrutiny. Your mission is to explore the damaged space station just after the accident, while it still has power in its reserves. Try to determine the truth behind Farnstein's work. Comb the station for any signs of an artificial intelligence or anything else which may have gone unreported by the salvage crew, starting with the station's neurocomputer. As Farnstein is believed to have perished in the asteroid shower, the station should be vacant. Your destination coordinates have been scanned and cleared. Okay. I'm gonna save before doing this. Okay. Now I'm going to try the jump, but at the same time I could, like, die. I'm going to need to run, I'm going to have an oxygen problem, because remember we mentioned we had a problem with jumping places. So let's go jump, Farnstein, go. Oxygen level 0, emergency oxygen reserve. I need to hurry. Good thing I ordered a stupid project cheese girl from the order. Oh. Nope. Believe it or not, I did it wrong. That's actually impressive. Interface. Menu. Restore. How did I do it wrong? I'll show you. So I got the cheese girl and everything. I got the biochip. We're good. I'm gonna do this one more time. Believe it or not, I did it wrong. This is obnoxious even for adventure games. I'll show you why. Cheese girl, and I'll hold it to the left of the screen. That's freaking absurd. How do you figure this out? Is ridiculous. Bonk. Down, left. This is pretty cool though. 2, 3, 4, 5. Click. Go in. Go in.
Always seem to work in Scooby-Doo.
Pressure variance too great. Door may not be opened until pressure is equalized.
Oh, come on, dude. 1, 2.
I guess I haven't got rid of you after all. You just pop up in different spots like a
Whatever pops up in different spots. So with corrupting my work not enough? Back to finish the job? What?
Someone's so mad. Atmospheric mining, biomass, med lab, neurons, and nexus, scanner, science. What? No. Oh god, this is ridiculous. Science wing, habitat wing, hydroponics, crew berths, mess wreck. Okay, this is where I am. Click to pressurize.
Cannot pressurize. Foreign object obstructing habitat wing door seal.
You've got to be freaking kidding me. Back, up, right, forward.
I thought I was being rescued. I'm breathing my last breaths here, and I get visited by
right,
Guido,
right,
the space vendor.
forward.
Come all this way to tamper with my sculptures. What are you, an art critic?
There, I got it. Right,
So,
right,
what do you do?
forward.
Travel around space looking for derelict crafts you can
Left,
terrorize
up,
the survivors
forward.
by redecorating while they're helpless? What'd you do? Bring a spray can too?
Someone's really mad. 60% of oxygen reserves remaining. I don't like this. Oh, god damn it. Come on. I can't click the thing. And yeah, the voice does sound like Arthur. Oh, it says it's pressurized. Are we just good? Oh, there's my problem. Click to pressurize. Okay, replenishing oxygen reserves. Thank goodness.
Look, if you're here to rescue me, fine. Just get on with it.
This is the docking bay. You can see it messaged on the right side of this thing.
Localized gravitation manipulator pads malfunctioning. All personnel advised to clear docking bay.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and save again. I'll call this Lotus 2. Yeah, we're good. Okay, I think we're through the worst of it. We have our oxygen back, and now we're doing actual standard gameplay here. But we gotta fix other things on this station, which is a little vexatious, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, which is kind of now, but it'll also be next time. So thank you very much everyone for watching the stream, and have a wonderful night.